So the point is, what we'll do with that maize? मक्के का क्या करेंगे? What's up guys? How are you doing? So it's been a while since I rolled out my individual content to this channel. But yeah, we are back again with another powerful video wherein we'll discuss about a problem and a solution. So this is the second solution video of the playlist and I hope you're gonna enjoy it. So today we'll talk about the problem of stubble burning and a solution to it. We all know what stubble burning is and how hazardous it has been. So for those who don't know what is stubble burning is a process of burning stubble. And what is stubble? Stubble is the crop residue left behind after harvesting the crop. You all know what happens in Delhi and northern India in time of December, October during that period. Because of stubble burning, a lot of pollution is created and the air gets filthy. So for finding the solution of this intense problem, we're going to deep dive into the root cause of it and explore what is the root cause of stubble burning in India, and especially in Punjab and Haryana. So to understand this whole situation, there is a prerequisite to know about the farming seasons of India, and they are Kharif season and Rabi season. So in particular there are two farming seasons in India and that are Kharif and Rabi. One of the major examples of a Kharif crop is paddy or rice, and the major example of a Rabi crop is wheat. Kharif season comes between May and June, which is the hottest peak summer time in India, and Rabi season comes between October and November. So now that you know the prerequisite, let's get started with the root cause. So why not to start with the data? Do you know to produce 1 ton of rice, we require 70,000 tons of water. It simply means to grow paddy, we require a humongous amount of water. And as I told you, paddy is grown in the Kharif season, which comes in the peak summer time. So the consumption of water to grow paddy in the peak summer time is little bit problematic. It creates a scarcity of water around the state. So to solve this problem, government in 2009 came up with an act called Preservation of Subsoil Water Act. And according to this act, farmers are forced to grow paddy 1.5 months later. So this act changes the behavior of nature. Now the paddy which farmers used to sow in May, now they're forced to do it in mid-June. And since sowing of crops is late, the harvesting of crop will also be late. So there is a difference in time frame. The sowing of crops has been pushed 1.5 months later, because of which the whole system, the whole nature gets disrupted. Now the paddy which was supposed to be harvested in the month of September, it gets delayed to late October and early November. And it affects the farming in the Rabi season. Now the farmers have left with very less time to harvest their Kharif crops and sow their Rabi crop. And because of less time, farmers burn those stubble which are left behind after harvesting the Kharif crops. Now the question is, before this act, the stubble burning was happening or not? So yes, the stubble burning was happening before this act, but it was on small scale and the scale has been increased after this act. And also there is a key note here. The wind pattern in northern India in late October and early November is stationary. So all of the pollution which happens because of the burning of stubble, because of those residue particles, those ashes, those remain in the air, which creates more pollution. In September, if farmer burns the stubble, the wind patterns are dynamic in northern India. So those winds will take those residues somewhere else. So this was the root cause of the stubble burning. Now let's get to the next part of this video, that is solution to this problem, stubble burning. So the key problem of the former discussion was rice. Because of rice, this whole story was created. Because rice takes a lot of water, and because of lot of water, the scarcity is created. And because of the scarcity, government has to come up with this act which creates the problem of stubble burning. So we have to strike at the key problem, and that is rice. In India, we produce surplus rice and we also distribute and export them to different countries. And here is the data for you. For every 12 million tons of rice, we also export 84 billion tons of fresh water with it. So if you quantify this with money, you know how huge it is. So now the point is, if not rice, then what? Then maize. We could produce maize, makka. I know what is the question that is coming in your mind, that only 20 to 25% of the maize produced in India right now is being eaten by the people. The large chunk of 50% goes to the poultry farming. and rest of goes to different sources. So the point is, what we'll do with that maize? Makki ka kya karenge? So the key point here is we could convert those maize into biofuels, and those biofuels could be used intensively in energy sector. And this is not the first time we are doing this. We have already converted molasses, which comes from sugarcane, into ethanol. So if we have done then, so why not now? So this is probably a feasible solution to it, to stop overproducing rice and to produce maize and then to convert them into biofuels and use it into energy sector. That will also boost our economy, and that will solve this whole problem, because the end point of this problem was rice, and we have eliminated rice from this. Not that we are not growing rice, we are growing rice, but at a smaller scale. So now, according to this theory, on paper, this problem is solved. And this solution theory was given by a media company called Print, which I have presented you in a simplest manner. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And if that is the case, like this video, subscribe, and bye-bye.